Okay, we're gonna start with ingredients for our salsa, but before you start making our amazing stuffed Italian shells with ricotta, make sure you get a correct pasta. The correct pasta is of course shell, but jumbo size, so this is a big size of shells. I know that in UK, for example, you've got lots of shells pasta. You can buy them in Tesco, any supermarket, but those has to be the jumbo ones, so the large ones, and that's the one we need for this dish. We do need large shells because we're going to be stuffing them, so the small one are no use, I can tell you that now. So make sure you get yourself a correct pasta to start with. And to make a tomato salsa, we will of course need some extra virgin olive oil. I recommend this one, is pretty nice one, pretty good, tasty, 100% Italian. So we always fry and cook everything on a virgin olive oil, Italian, so that's a must. So we're gonna be doing the same. It's original recipe, Italian recipe. We'll need some tomatoes, canned tomatoes. The only thing you have to look out is the ingredients. I highly recommend the one Mutti, because the ingredients are basically, as you can see in here, peeled tomatoes, tomato juice, that's it, not even a salt in here. So really good. Once open, you have to use them within 5 days, but there's only tomato in here, so nothing else, no rubbish, pure tomatoes, that's what you're after. So we need one of those, and there is 400 grams in here, so we need that. We'll need 1 large onion, we'll fry it up nicely, and some garlic. I love garlic, and garlic is very healthy for you. We're gonna use 3 very large cloves of garlic, as you can see here, that's 1. So we'll use that, and we need some basil. Basil will add this incredible smell, and remember, do not cook basil ever. Always shred it in your hands, or you can add it whole leaves. Right, so that's all our ingredients for tomato salsa, tomato sauce, which is basically gonna be done in 20 minutes, very simple, with a simple ingredients. Okay, we're gonna start with 2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan, and fry up until hot. We're gonna finely chop a medium-sized onion, or small onion is fine. We've got a garlic, actually I've got 4 in here, 4 cloves. I'm gonna use that for the garlic because I don't want my kids to taste it too much, or not, you know, come across big chunks. So especially when you're making it for kids, definitely use that. Yep, so we'll fry the olive oil, then add onion and garlic. Onion has to be finely chopped. You don't want big chunks in a tomato sauce, so definitely chop it finely, and especially if you've got kids, definitely you want to chop them so there's no big chunks for them to eat and find out and be fussy with your food. So we're gonna notice it less if it's gonna be small pieces of onion than big one. So olive is ready, so now we're gonna throw in some onion and then garlic. We've got our onion, we're gonna squeeze out garlic. Onion is fried, we're gonna add our tomatoes. Now time for a basil. We're gonna add 8 leaves as a whole. And we're gonna have to add some salt. This one is more healthy salt. Now we're gonna be cooking our tomato sauce for 30 minutes on a slow gas. Okay, we've got our dish in here, which we're gonna be using to bake our ricotta shells. And on the bottom of it, we're gonna add a little bit of our pasta sauce. So a little bit on the bottom. 2 tablespoons I have put on the bottom of the dish, and that's the rest we're gonna put on top of it. Okay, we've got our sauce on the bottom of our dish, and then we've got sauce for later on, rest of it, and now we're gonna cook the pasta. So start off our dish. So shell pasta, let's have a look at the cooking instruction. So mine, it says between 13 to 15 minutes, so we want to cook this pasta al dente like Italians, so we're gonna cook it for about 14 minutes. with the cold water. We're gonna boil the water, then add a bit of salt, and then we're gonna add the pasta, cook it for about 40 minutes. Now for our filling, we will need, of course, ricotta cheese. So that's the star of the dish. We need ricotta cheese, we need 2 eggs, we need mozzarella cheese, pecorino cheese, we need some basil leaves, salt, pepper, and parsley leaves. I just so we've got a tomato on a base in a dish, and we're gonna add some pecorino cheese. Okay, with our pasta, remember just to cook it 1 minute less than on instruction. And straight after it's cooked, the time is up, we're gonna put it in the cold water, and then we're gonna use one of those to get rid of the water completely. But the cold water will stop the cooking process, which is really important. You don't want to overcook pasta. It's a big no-no. Okay, now we're doing a masterpiece of our dish. So we're gonna do ricotta filling, and for that we'll need 2 packs of ricotta. This one is Italian ricotta, and 1 pack is, let's see, how cute. 1 pack is 250 grams, so we're gonna put 500 grams of ricotta in a bowl. You can see how nice and creamy that cheese is. Of course, if you want to make double portion, just use double ingredients I was using, because you can make 2 trays of it, and you can actually leave them in the fridge, so you can make double of ingredients for double portions. So I'm making only 1 portion, so this is 1 portion for 1 lunch or dinner, but you can prepare them all of it. I will show you at the end, and you can throw it in the fridge and basically put it in the oven on the day you're baking next day. So up to you, you can make double ones straight away. With a fork, we're gonna smash our ricotta, break our ricotta cheese. Nice and smooth consistency like this. Okay, now we're gonna add 2 eggs, but first we need to put them in a bowl and whisk it with fork before we can add our ricotta cheese. Now Cassie came here to help mommy, and she's gonna whisk our eggs. Tak? Yeah? Yeah.
Do you really think that this is going to work?
Cassie rozszczepuje nam jajka.
Look at that, it works.
Yeah, you can add it to a cheese now. No, eggs. Eggs adding here. All of it. Yay! Now I'm gonna mix it. Eggs and ricotta cheese. You can get yourself a helper like me, if you've got one. As you can see here, we have incorporated eggs into our ricotta cheese. Now we're gonna have to add some mozzarella. We're gonna need 250 grams, so whole pack like this, as you can see. We're gonna add to our mixture. Okay, we can mix it well, but you need to make sure to leave some to go on the top later on shells. So I'm gonna leave some there. So we're gonna sprinkle them on top of the shells. Okay, next up I will need some grated pecorino cheese. So I've got 2 in here, 2 bags, as you can see here. Both got 50 grams, so I need 100 grams. One, I'm gonna go straight in here, I'm gonna mix it, and the other one, I already added some on top of this, but then I'm gonna use it for sprinkle on top again. So I'm gonna leave that, one go straight in here. Pecorino Romana cheese is the best Italian cheese for ricotta. To go with ricotta, to go with shell ricotta cheese stuffed. So highly recommended, really good cheese. Okay, now we're gonna add some freshly chopped parsley. Just a bunch of parsley. It's up to you how much you're gonna add. The beauty of home cooking is that you can regulate how much herbs, garlic you're gonna add, so you can, you know, have a little play with it. Try to keep up with my recipe, and next time you just adjust ingredients. If you want less herbs, you can add less. If you want more herbs, you can add more, or more garlic or less garlic. It's up to you. It depends how your kids react to your dishes. If you've got small kids, add a little bit less garlic at the beginning, less herbs, and then you can start increasing them, let's say, once they get used to it. Okay, now we're gonna add 8 leaves of basil leaves, and we're gonna turn them with your hands, never cut them, but remember guys, so we want to keep that freshness, that aroma. We're gonna turn them with our hands and add them in. Now we're gonna add salt and pepper to taste. Okay, with regards to salt, be careful because obviously we're adding cheeses here, and cheese is salty itself, especially pecorino. So just be careful when adding. Better to add less and taste it and then add more. With regards to pepper, my small kid hates black pepper, so I have to be careful how much I'm adding. But if I'm making it from family, I will just add loads. So just be aware of that. Okay, we've got our dish prepared in earlier on with tomato salsa, but this is a good time to put your oven on to preheat it, and we've got a dish ready with tomato salsa and a bit of pecorino cheese. We've got a filling in here, ricotta filling, which is a masterpiece, and our cooked pasta al dente. So this is our shells. As you can see here, they're still keeping nice form, nice and flexible. We're gonna still put them in oven, so don't worry about anything that they are al dente. Now we're gonna fill the pasta, so we just need a teaspoon to do that. So we're gonna fill them with a teaspoon, and now we're gonna put them nicely filled in a dish. So I will show you. We've got a teaspoon in here. We're gonna fill our pasta. 1 teaspoon should be enough, and we're gonna put them in. Okay, and this is our pasta. How we're gonna line them up is basically that way, in a dish, and another row with 1 teaspoon inside. Okay, we have lined up the first one, and now first row, and now we're gonna start with the second row. You want them positioned like kind of upright, not on the side, not to the right, not to the left, just upright. So first row is done. We're starting with the second row. Needs to go in between the 2 of other ones, as you can see in here. That's how we're gonna put it. Okay, now we're gonna do the last row of them just in here. We started with this one. Okay, and this is how our shells looks like. Now we're gonna add some pecorino cheese, sprinkle on top. We're gonna sprinkle some mozzarella, and we're gonna on very top add some tomato salsa we prepared before, tomato sauce we prepared before. And now we're gonna add tomato sauce on top. Okay, and now it's ready. Our stuffed shells looks incredible. Now I'm gonna cover it with aluminium foil. Now we're gonna put it to the oven for 45 minutes in 160 fan oven or 350 Fahrenheit. Okay, after 45 minutes, we're gonna take it out of the oven and remove the foil, and then we're gonna throw it back into the oven for 5 minutes only, so it will it will be nice and crispy on top. Just for 5 minutes, without the and it's ready.